Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the Almost Anything Goes podcast, where we talk about almost anything. I am your host, SparkleJoy Coach Miranda, and I am here with my fantastic crew. So let's go ahead and welcome Stacey Shenanigans.
Hey guys, excited to be back for season 2.
Yes. And then we have Miss Marsé. We have the rebellious advocate.
Hey y'all.
And last but never least, we have Orvin, God's favorite.
Yeah, buddy. Up everybody.
And yes, back for all the shenanigans and Shenanigans Inc. We will put over in Almost Anything Goes podcast. Today, it is all about Black Friday. We're diving into that shopping event that turns malls into battlegrounds and websites into ticket time bombs. It's chaotic for some, for others, they love it. They're thrilled. How do you all feel about Black Friday? Let's find out. So, how does everyone feel about the topic? We'll start with you, Stacey. You got any stories for us?
Well. Anybody that knows me knows that I do really like shopping. It could be for anything. It could be for household stuff. It could be for clothing, which is my all-time favorite. Do I have any stories? Yes, of course. So, back in when I just said this before, when I was younger, my favorite moment of Black Friday, I lived for this 4-day weekend. Do you hear me? As soon as it turns like holiday season, I'm like, great, I have the holidays off. I have 4 days off. I can shop. I can do whatever I want to do. But my fondest memory, you remember back when we used to literally have to go into the store and plan our route and our plan of attack. And we did that as a group, as a family. We did that like maybe days before, a week before. Okay, you're going to hit Target. I'm going to hit Best Buys for the electronics. So those were some fond memories. I still to this day, I said it changed. It has changed. It's now we do this, but we do this from our sofas and in front of a television by perusing on our telephone. And now it's Amazon. So those are some fun shopping memories of Black Friday. How about you all?
I am a connoisseur of Black Friday. Every Friday is Black Friday for me. The real thing is I know so Gen Z gonna be watching this or somebody that's real young, like, what's a mall? But Black Friday, I know they know what a mall is, but there are very few that are left and people don't go to them anymore. I have plenty of stories. I actually wanted to look up when did it actually start? Because I know Black Friday's been around for a while, but I don't know the actual start date when we started lining up at 4 the night before and all that. Like, they will have no idea of how great it was to actually stay outside in the cold the night before because you wanted that electronic at that very, very low price. No, all of these deals out here that say pre-Black Friday deal, those aren't Black Friday deals. Black Friday is the lowest of the lowest that it's going to get the entire year. It does not get that lower at all. Mine is probably being in line, standing out there shivering with hot chocolate multiple times, but definitely the one where I was able to purchase that first flat screen TV when everybody was actually fighting over them back in the day. And it's been a long time. So I probably couldn't even tell you what year it was, but just being able to get it in your grasp for something that was actually at the time $1,500 to $2,000 and you got it for like $400 was like amazing. And it felt outstanding to go home that morning after you stayed in the mall all day at 10 o'clock and put your new TV screen up and Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays to me. That's one of my favorite memories is just actually getting the thing that you stood out in line for so long. I'm gonna let y'all get back to this, but I even stood in line and they had to give me a ticket. That's how long I've been standing in line. I had a ticket, like the first 10 people that get in this line is actually going to get the product and no rain checks. Yeah, that's Black Friday is a great thing. I love shopping. So
Yeah, they put you in the deli. They give you like little deli cards, like when you're waiting at the deli, and it's like, oh, I'll take a number.
Like, did you get number 1 through 20? If not, I'm sorry, everybody. We're out of TVs. You can check on. No, it wasn't none of that. No check online.
Crazy.
So good times.
Do you have, I guess, Black Friday experiences?
Shay.
I have, yeah. So
am a 90s kid. So Black Friday, I think, was like in the beginning stages when I was young. Thankfully, I don't recall like my parents waking me up early in the morning and be like, oh, then we're going to Kmart, we're going to Sears, we're going to all the... I don't remember that. I remember watching the news and seeing like people, unfortunately, getting hurt from Black Friday shopping. So I thankfully was in the age group where it's more of, we are not going to do that because we don't want to get hurt. Yeah. So I only experienced the negative side of Black Friday. And I unfortunately, I didn't get to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to hop on over to, I don't know, Walmart to get a good deal.
No, yeah, you used to meet people in line, like Orvin said. You stood in line and chit-chatted with people you didn't know. Yeah, you
That's
missed all
crazy.
of that. But Orvin, to your
Right,
point,
right.
I did look up, when did Black Friday begin?
Okay.
So it began, the tradition of Black Friday began in the 1950s, when newspapers used to turn to describe the traffic and crowds that came with the holiday weekend. So it did take a turn in my good old Philly days. The term was coined in Philadelphia by police. So fast forward, the term was coined by Philadelphia police officers who described the chaos that you're talking about, Marsé, of the daily after Thanksgiving. The city was flooded with suburban shoppers and tourists, especially for the annual Army and Navy football game. Some history on Black Friday.
Yeah.
Those are honestly great stories. So sad, Marsé, that your experience with Black Friday is with the media telling you how bad. Because there were some stories. I have to live vicariously through Orvin and through Shenanigans Inc. as well, because it wasn't until maybe 3 years before the pandemic that I actually did Black Friday shopping. So my Black Friday shopping is extremely limited because I've never stood out in a store. I know people who did. I just wasn't one. I wasn't one of them. So it's kind of interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
Picturing it as, have you ever stood out for a ticket to like a show and you wanted to be
No.
the first?
Absolutely not.
I was going to try to give you something to relate to, but
Absolutely not. I wouldn't do that. Get it? People did it. People did it. Like present company included. So thank you. As they say, thank you for doing all of them. But no, never.
we've come so far though.
We have, especially online. So the biggest thing right now, what about this big debate online? And I know Stacey would definitely be for it because she says now it's about sitting in the living room and scrolling or in store. So Orvin, what are people doing these days? It seems like it could go either way.
To what you said, it really does. There are a set of people, probably such as myself. I miss it, actually. Sometimes it's not always about the product. Sometimes it's about the feel of the air, the change in the season, the Shenanigans Inc. said, the meeting other people, the talking people being around people of the same mindset, making it really feel like it's a holiday tradition, but it's gone now. It's like, why do I need to stand out there and freeze my giblets off, my jabooties, and all of them other things, whatever you call your stuff? You know what I mean? Like, why stand out there and they don't have to get this product at a discounted price? And actually, a lot of websites do. I ain't giving nobody no credit. Whatever website you shop on will allow you a week in advance to get that same deal. So you get your product by Black Friday so it's like, it's a set of people that still like to touch, to feel, to go feel the sweater in their hand. But then there are those of Shenanigans Eat Caliber that likes to sit there, I'm going to watch this streaming platform and I'm going to get some hot chocolate cocoa and I'm going to have my bucks in the house and I'm going to hit this button and y'all can give me my product. So,
And it's
all up to the individual these days. It's different opinions, but I think a lot of people do, since the pandemic happened, enjoyed not having to go out and to shop and deal with the crowds.
That's it. Exactly. It's the crowd piece. So I don't miss the line. I do miss let me see if I can get to it first and the thrill of the rush in the holiday season all around. But it's just that once you get the product, you got to stand in the line to pay for it. Maybe online, I could just sit there and scroll and stand in my window and wait for the delivery guy.
Wow.
I'm like, is that package for me? And you know how it shoots off and it goes to your neighbor's house. You're like, Thought that was my package.
Okay, so I'm hearing definitely team online for Shenanigans Inc.
Team
Definitely.
online.
Team online. Orvin, did I get? Are you're both, right? You're team
I'm
online, team in person?
I'm either or at this point. If it's for the product, I'm fine with online because I'm like, I know it's going to get here and I don't have to, like she said, stand in those lines and wait for it. But so far as if I want that holiday feel, I'm like, oh, let me go out late Friday morning, not standing in the lines, and I still go and see if I can get some Christmas ornaments or something just to say, oh, I got out with everybody else and I did do it. But standing in the lines is for the birds, man. We not waiting for worms. We good.
I would only add, and before we get to Marsé, I have done some online, and I don't know about y'all, but have y'all done the online around Black Friday, but you don't get your gift? You don't get, no, only more.
What do you mean? They take it out of your cart because they ran out, or it doesn't deliver?
It just doesn't deliver. And I've got my money back. And I don't know why. Was it because it's misplaced, or was it just oversold? And I don't know, but I have gotten that where I've ordered something and I didn't get it. And it was just like, but if I had gone to the store and I had it in my hand, I would have known I would have had it. But at any rate, Marsé, what so say you? Team online, team in store?
I am right in the middle. I believe it depends on what you're trying to buy. Like if it's an electronic, let's say a TV or something like that, I would rather buy that in store because I can then guarantee that it comes home safely and all of these things. Where if I bought a TV through, I don't even know if you can buy a TV through Amazon, but I've just had too many broken packages that way. But if it's something like clothing, household materials, things you can get in like the beauty section of Walmart or something like that, yeah, I'll do that online. But yeah, I can't imagine. Also, because I know a lot of things, it's like it's on sale before, and then Black Friday happens, and it's like, oh, it's a Black Friday sale, but it's only 2 cents cheaper and things like that. Like, you just have to be so aware of what you're trying to buy.
But it's true.
Yeah, it is. I always, like, when Amazon, oh, we're about to have a sale, I'll take a screenshot of the items before the sale happens to see, like, how much is it actually on sale.
So if any Amazon shoppers are watching this podcast, they're not trying to give us stuff. They breaking our stuff, and then they only giving us 2 cents off. But I'm not going to shoot nobody for that. But I'm just telling you, listen carefully to everything that we're saying. We're staying away from the big box stores that we'll have problems with. The big W comes through, the big T, they come through faithfully. But then you go to the big A, and they just give you 2 cents off and thinking you're getting a deal. I'm going to leave that out there for y'all to ponder.
You do get it faster. You do get it faster.
If you get it.
You get it.
Go ahead, Marsé.
I was just going to say, like, that point reminds me to why a lot of times I just try to buy from the original company. If I mean, it's different, like on, like going to Walmart or something like that. But if I have a hair product on Amazon that I can also just buy through the retailer itself, I'll probably just buy it through the retailer because you usually even get better sales that way, like on their website versus through Amazon.
You got to teach
For the big A.
That is so true because I literally was buying something, and I do that too. So I go to Amazon and I look at it, and then I go, and especially if I don't know this company, and I literally did that yesterday. I was like, oh, check this company out. I go to their website and I'm like, where are those sales at? And
Yeah, because I learned
there's one that's for $50, but it's on sale right here for $15.
a lot of the Amazon prices are from like third-party people and things like that. Like, it's not coming directly from that company. It's like people bought these things and are now going to sell it versus this is the company selling their products.
Yeah. Now, say more. If I'm understanding y'all correctly, you're saying, yes, Amazon's prices are slightly higher than the original store. Is that what you're finding?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
No, we do the reverse too. Oh, I see what you were going to say. Sometimes we'll go to the actual store. We'll go to the store first, see what's going on, check it against Amazon, because then you're wondering, oh, but that's 2-day shipping versus the store may take.
Yes. And then there's safe. I feel like, especially with the unknown stores, hey, you come across something, this is cute. Let me see. I usually go to Amazon to see if the product in the store is connected to Amazon. So it could give me like that safety measure of, okay, this is a legitimate business. I can purchase something and make sure it gets to me. through Amazon. Yeah. Okay. That's what I
Exactly.
was saying. I can do them both ways sometimes. Yeah.
And I'm gonna piggyback off that because I need people to make sure that they're careful in being scammed by other stores, because I have personally had to be reimbursed by PayPal because I am a lover of sneakers, and you just got to be careful of everywhere that you shop. If you have a certain thing that you desire, you like, oh, this sounds like a great deal and it's too good to be true. It probably is. So be careful with those things. And Amazon is a lot safer sometimes than a lot of other places because they have to be official with being that third party. It just doesn't, oh, we just gonna throw our stuff on this. No,
Right.
I understand that.
And it sounds like our biggest takeaway in what we're talking about is definitely don't just assume that what's written and what's in black and white is actually true.
But that's what I'm learning. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't do. They don't do the research. They don't. And I understand if you don't have the capacity to do the research, because some people are overwhelmed. They have a lot of things that they have to do and they can't take the time to think about this. But I've really been learning that a lot of people just don't look things up, which is scary. But
That's a good point because you have to do that when you're shopping online. The reviews is also part of the scrolling and the search too. So you to make sure you don't get in that loop of getting products, returning them.
Well, one of our favorite places on the internet to joke about is always Temu. Everybody say Temu. It's Temu. But I'm saying like, yo, okay, every place you go, there's some good and there's some bad. But just be careful where you order from and what you. It's a running joke in my house. I got a couple of products that just ain't make the cut. They got here and they destroyed it immediately. Immediately, upon arrival, it was like, as soon as I used it, oh no, I got video to prove it. This is horrible, but it just made me laugh. I had to throw that one in there.
it's focused in what I'm getting. But like the products have been great. So that's so interesting.
With all of that being said, this brings up the crucial question and why some of our viewers may be watching. Where should people look for the best deals?
For Black Friday?
Yes.
Oh, Shenanigans Inc. Oh, great. Stop it.
Well, and this is going to be a hot take. I think there
What
are.
does that mean if it's going to be a hot take? What's that mean first?
Some people might not agree with it.
Okay.
It's going to be hot. Like a potato. I don't think Black Friday sales are the best sales. But I can say that from
We are clutching our pearls, Marsé.
Even, my gosh, did she say this on, I was going to say national TV.
Talk about hot take. Oh my
Yeah.
Okay, say more.
fire.
The only reason I think that is because of the type of shopper I am. With the type of shopper I am, I can find sales. I love Fabletics. They have so many different sales throughout the year that are better than their Black Friday sales. I think about just other places like Fab. I'm not buying electronics. I'm not buying like kitchen gear usually. Most of the things that I'm buying for Black Friday or for myself would be clothing, art materials, or just like little trinkets or makeup or something like that, beauty. There are so many better sales than Black Friday sales, in my opinion, from my shopping that I have been doing. Black Friday sales they're not the best for what I shop for.
That honestly makes sense. And when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, Marsé does not have any biological children. And are you a huge, well, no, you may be.
I have a lot of stuff. Yeah, I am a huge shopper.
You are a huge shopper, but in a different way. In a different way.
Yeah, like I'm not interested in buying like expensive clothes or anything like that, but like I'll buy like a lot of cheap clothes, or not cheap clothes, but like cheaper clothes. So yeah, like I'm not someone who's, oh, let me get this name brand stuff. I don't look for name brand stuff. So
Stacey, you didn't clutch your pearls
again.
What you gonna clutch your pearls?
I know. I'm just sitting here stunned. She makes like the words that are coming out of her mouth make perfect sense, but I am just not in the headspace to even entertain it. It's just a foreign language because you have insulted Black Friday. What are you doing? What is happening here? But
I don't know. I guess
does.
it's just
it
how
makes
I would
perfect
rally.
logical sense. It does. It does. It really does. It's just that some of us and some of the audience that are watching, we're just not ready for that grown-up behavior right now, Marsé. I'm sorry. We're just not. I think it's
the opposite, because a lot of people who are doing Black Friday shopping, they are doing shopping for like their entire family.
Yeah.
Where I am just a single person.
Yeah.
I don't own a house. I don't need big electronics or big like purchases. So it's just different for me.
It makes sense. I'm just joking around with you. It makes complete sense.
It don't make sense to me. I love Black Friday. No, I'm just kidding. I got jokes. I'm just playing. It really does. I wouldn't know everything that you shop for, but I would say that you would probably come off a lot better during Black Friday going into the store than online shopping for the things that you're sounding like that you're probably shopping for. I agree with you totally on the electronics and the stuff like that. I'm like, when we need it, I'm a huge electronics person. So, if it's time to replace one of those old televisions or a new tablet, sure. Like a couple of years ago, it works because I'm going to speak into the camera. We would like your sponsorship because we're giving a whole lot of names out during this particular podcast. I'm going to say another one. Apple right now, we bought some Apple tablets, iPads, and I waited. And I'm like, I know somebody out of the electronic stores or where they are going to give me a good deal. And you're talking about, I purchased 2 of the top of the line iPads at that time, and they both were $300 off. So you're talking about, why pay the whole $12.99 for this iPad or whatever we paid? And I didn't have to. So certain times it's your best friend in the world. So I'm on both ends with her. I'm with her with that website.
Well, Miss Marsé said there is no best deals on Black Friday. What so say you all? Where would we find the better deals for Black Friday?
I'm thinking, electronic, Best Buys. I'm thinking Amazon, of course. Yeah. Target. Love Target. You're right, Orvin. We're just throwing out names for free here. We need some sponsorship.
You definitely right.
Yeah.
But when you go to Target, what are we saying in general? Target is a good. I know y'all gonna hate me because I'm like, I don't really even shop at Target. But if we're talking about let's are we talking like all of their deals are good, or is it specific to if you're looking for kitchenware, homeware, or is it just in general they're good?
I think again, during Black Friday, you mean?
Yes, during Black Friday. Yes.
Right. I do think you have to do your comparison. You still have to do a comparison. They generally have great prices and good prices. But if you're doing household things, you might want to check out the competitors too, just to do a comparison. I do feel intuitively that Target would come out better. They have good prices, good quality stuff. Don't rule out Walmart. They have great deals and great sales as well too. But it's just depending on what you're buying, you would have to really look and compare the prices of the competitors. So if you're doing home goods, you're looking at Target, you're looking at Walmart, you're looking at Home Goods, that store as well too, and doing a comparison there.
I do have advice on buying during Black Friday, and that's Googling best Black Friday deals 2024. So then there are people who have already curated lists of things so that you can see, and a lot of times they do have the price before and the price while it's on sale. So that's really a great resource. And yeah, most of the first page are good, reputable resources.
And to speaking to that from people of a different generation, I've been doing that since the computer says, when it did that, when it made that noise, I've been following that same exact list and waiting for the ads to be released when they used to actually have newspaper ads. That's how, no, I'm not speaking. I told y'all I was 103. Again, check out last season. 103.
No,
but the ads will definitely help you.
I really do think I do miss the coupons or the Black Friday deal booklets that they used to have and things like that would come out in the mail. Those were great because you could already before Black Friday you could be oh, I know this, that, and the other. So I do miss that. That I do miss because that's also where my Christmas wish list would come from and things like that. Yeah. So I do miss that.
Do they still do that in the Sunday Inquirer? Oh, it is because, to Marsé's point, when you were a kid, there used to be your list that you make your Christmas list with. However, when you go shop for that paper, you have to get it early in the morning. And what you'll find, at the end of the day, is people just take the insert out, and it's all the stores with all their best deals in it. and leave the rest of the paper. That's what people would do. But you would have to get it early in the morning and you take it out and it had every deal possible at your Target, Walmart, this and that, and Best Buys and all those things. Yeah.
And I think that they do still do that. And well, I don't know, Marsé, you're in Massachusetts, so I obviously don't know how that works there. But even here in the DC area, you still get things that tell you about Black Friday, or you still receive things like Macy's stuff and other people's stuff that'll show. Although I must say, I was looking at one of the Christmas things that Macy sent out, and I was like, hold on, did my zip code change? Because the things that are in here are so expensive, and I wasn't used to seeing $5,000 price tags and $23,000 price tags.
Macy's ran your credit. Macy's ran your credit and sent you an ad according to.
Yeah.
There's been a change. Hold on, what had happened was because who can afford the stuff that's
send her in.
That brings you around to me, because I'm like, when they was naming the stores and stuff, I was gonna say that every store, depending on where you shop, should have something. I'm not talking about Small Business Saturday, because that's after Black Friday, but I'm talking about all of the big chain stores. But the best way that I can make the suggestion to people is, if there was something that you wanted to purchase sometime during the year that you were like, oh, I can't afford it at that price right now, make sure you look at your store, whether it's a furniture store, whether it's a big box store, a big chain store. And don't forget to check out the stores that so-called filed bankruptcy, that are not brick and mortar anymore. Like, I still shop at Bed Bath & Beyond online. They have great coupons, and people don't know that because they like, oh, that store doesn't exist anymore. But bro, like the deals are like amazing even all the way throughout the year. Don't just, if it's something that you were particularly looking for, you could be like needing a new sofa or something like that, or a new bed mattress in your room. Somebody has a deal that will fit your current budget around Black Friday, or at least they should. But you have to do your due diligence and the research and put in the work. And it could, just don't knock that idea out your head of what you were shopping for earlier that year. Because again, I want something special this Black Friday, and we're going to hope that it pops up. I haven't seen it yet. I seen about $30 off, but that ain't good enough for me. That ain't a deal. But anyway, go ahead. That's not a deal.
No, that's very good. I was going to say, I think Kohl's is a very, now the only time I shop at Kohl's will be Christmas time, because they have amazing deals. But I don't shop at Kohl's any lot of Christmas, but it's a great place for like even sleepwear, for the matching sets, but they have great deals. I'm sure they are probably affordable during the rest of the year. I just don't shop there during the rest of the year.
Guess my question. So we've been talking about like big ticket items and things like that. What price point? So if something is $100, like over $100, do you all think it's worth checking in like during Black Friday again to get that?
Absolutely.
Or do you think that there's like a limit where you should be doing that? Or
a can of Celsius typically,
we should have a bell that goes off.
It's typically $20. Exactly. That's Celsius. It's typically $20. And Amazon, sometimes when it's either Prime Day deal or hopefully Black Friday, they will sell them for $15. Do you not think that $5 makes a whole entire difference? And I buy several. And as a matter of, I just bought, someone had it on sale for $11. I was like, please let me put as many in this cart as I.
And how many in the case for $11?
It's 12.
Well, okay.
It's 12. It's an expensive, honestly, it's an expensive investment. But it's an expensive investment and I love it. So I look for the deal. So to your point, Marsé, I'm personally big on if it's discounted and if it's something that I want to purchase and I know that I'm going to purchase, then I'm going to get it. And I look for, even for Black Fridays, for the normal things that I would purchase. If they're on sale and they're big enough sale, yes, I will. Now, I don't have a warehouse full. I don't have no cases of baby lotion or nothing like that.
We're going to have to edit that out because that's going to go back to the Diddy discussion. Baby lotion and
Check out our future podcast. Look, check out our future podcast on the baby lotion.
The
Baby
baby lotion.
over the baby note.
The baby lotion.
The baby powder.
No, I don't have cases in the basement, but I do stock up. So I think that Black Friday is worth whatever that deal is. If you are, I do a lot of the little ALEXA fire sticks. I do fire sticks. And for Black Friday, that's the greatest time to get fire sticks. Listen, those things do, at some point, they go dead. You need a new one. That's a great time to get them. So there are all types and sources, and it doesn't matter if it's $5, if it's $10. To me, at this point, every dollar matters. Every dollar.
And do you guys check out? We've been talking about all of the big stores. This is where I thought Marsé was going, but she had a great question. But the big stores we've been talking about, don't forget about the small businesses, and don't forget about I guess you would call them like resellers, like Poshmark, for example. I find a lot of deals on Poshmark. So it's like you guys are familiar with Poshmark, right? Okay. Yes. New viewers out there are familiar with Poshmark.
It's overwhelming. So
It's overwhelming.
Maybe we're going to have to do like side note podcasts because Poshmark is overwhelming. I had to delete the app because it's overwhelming to me. Yes.
I love
you
it.
got
I
to
just
teach a
sold
person.
something on Poshmark.
You got to teach a person. Okay, but go ahead. So you were saying about Poshmark?
That's also some places where you can get deals from as well too. So if you're looking for those big designer things or bags, or if you're into, that's a good place where you could find that someone had. You could be someone's hoarders or a person who overspends dream. You could get the best deals because they try to resell items there, and you get it for a lower price. So they also have Black Friday sales as well too. That's another place to look for things. It depends on what you're looking for. So if you're looking for a winter coat, or if you're taking like a trip that you've never gone before, like a place like Iceland, let's say, what do you wear in Iceland? Ski clothes, but it's not part of your normal shopping list. That's a place where people put things up and they can say, hey, I brought these ski boots, never wore them. Here they go for $50. But they could be the same ski boots you go into a store and it's $89. So just expensive items like that you could probably get from resale.
I don't know. I like that. And plus, if you're saying they're also on Black Friday, there's an extra discount.
Right.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
Marsé,
Because
were you
people
gonna say
trying to
something?
make money back from what they've spent.
Okay. No, I like that. Anybody else with any best deals to look for? And I think we've said this like 500,000 times. We've said this before. It's so important to do your research. At the bare minimum, find out what the price is before the sale to be able to determine. That's all we're saying. We want you to be educated, to know, are you really getting a sale? Are you?
They really do try to fool you. Really try to fool you with that.
So is there anything besides what we've spoken about that we should be watching out for?
Overspending? Ooh.
Overspending. I like that.
It's
How
hard,
does one stop themselves from overspending?
especially when things are on sale. And Celsius, if you're getting it for $11 instead of $20, of course you're going to buy 50 packages of it. Okay, 50 is a lot, but you end up going like over budget because it's like, oh, this is such a good sale. Like I can't not buy so many of them.
I think it also depends on what you're using the item for. For instance, I could probably buy, they wouldn't allow it, but if they allowed me to buy 10, I would buy 10. But it's also because it's going to be used, and it'll be used in the near future. That's different between buying things that I'm not going to say anymore because I don't want to be offensive to people in their stuff.
Yeah, please don't. Because I like to call them habits, and sometimes we love stuff so much that we can overdo it, and it might not be used till this time next year. And somebody, right, you might catch a little feelings because you said, I ain't talking about me. I'm just saying, I don't care. I like what I like, but I'm just saying somebody might be like, oh, don't tell me what I can buy. I like costume jewelry. I like to go get dollar jewelry as much as I want to get dollar. Okay.
And dopamine buying, like dopamine spending, that's a real thing. We do lack, a lot of people right now are lacking dopamine, and buying something is a way to get those feelings into your body. It happens to me all the time. I do a lot of dopamine. I do.
That, the video games, social media, it's a high. It's a high.
Games
With all
are
of
great. Games are great to buy on Black Friday.
Yes, they are.
That is
That's
true.
actually a
That's
really
real
good thing.
discount right there. That's the best time to buy a video game.
Yeah, they have.
you heard
really
it from
good-
his parents.
Yeah, they have really good discounts. At least I know on Nintendo, like they have really great discounts during Black Friday. And I think Steam too, if you do online, like PC gaming.
Love it, love it,
Great
love it.
information.
We got to make sure that we, unfortunately, at the end of the day, when we're talking about budgets and things like that, you all are going to do what you're going to do. We can sit here and say, set a budget, stick to it. Some of you will, some of you won't. However, you do have to be very mindful about credit and all of that. So we're just going to leave you with the fact that y'all adults. What you going to do, what you going to do.
For those that see this soon, remember, the next day is rent and mortgage day.
Yep.
So,
you're
we're
right,
surprised
though.
that this year.
You're right.
Yeah.
But there are 5 weeks in November.
You know what?
So
Yeah. And you could pay all of that before
my
you
gosh.
go shopping. You should pay
You can,
all of those
yeah.
things before you go shopping.
Yes, yes. That's good advice. Make sure that you pay up your
Strategy.
rent, those utilities, and then go shopping. And maybe don't take all your credit cards.
That's a good one.
Yeah, maybe just take one, and then that way, don't take them all. Don't overspend, whatever that means for you. Make sure that you also watch those websites. If it's too good to be true, maybe it is. Double check. Look. Make sure that you're buying from legitimate places. So that's all we have for you today for Black Friday, child. If you're planning to shop this year, may the odds be forever in your favor. Tell us your craziest Black Friday stories and share your favorite details right here with us. Thanks for tuning in into the Almost Anything Goes podcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of upcoming episodes.
Share with your friends. Ask them to like and share the podcast for everybody to come and watch these fabulous people on this thing as well.
come on in, join the conversation. I wish you happy and safe shopping, whether it's online or in person. Please do not hurt anyone and try not to get hurt yourselves.
A special thanks to Stacey, Marsé, and Orvin. Thank you for the laughs and your insights. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring. See you next time on the Almost Anything Goes podcast. Bye, y'all.